a bit. That's amazing. So if you can just confirm that you can actually see.
Sorry, hang on.
Okay. Is that your TV? Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see the full screen now?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, amazing. Right, so the golden drops are from the company called Vidify. They are the company. We just dubbed them golden drops because that's how they look like and it's cute. We do need to obviously say in the beginning that there are many disclaimers that I am not a qualified physician, although I am a medical scientist. And we're not allowed to say that we are curing anything. This is just for informational and educational purposes only. You should not use the information for diagnosing any of the health problems or disease. And if you do think that you might have medical condition, please consult with your doctor or qualified healthcare physician. So this must be there because a lot of people have certain ideas, and we just need to be very, very compliant because we need to protect the company and make sure that we don't get in trouble. So why are we looking into this and why are we here? It's because there's quite a few things that this company has to offer. You've already experienced the product and the amazing results of it. And then I said, you know, there's an opportunity for you to become a wholesale customer. So you could get into the market to fill this gap in the market that we're going to talk about just in a minute. Also about how the company plan works, so how you actually get paid. You know, if you've ever seen people selling leggings online, like from a different company, so there's going to be a company that makes leggings, and then you see influencers who sell leggings. They get like 10%, maybe 15% profit from every sale, right? In this company, it's a lot better. So you recommend the product that you love and it works, but you get rewarded in a lot better way. The company, which is very important, is completely debt free. So there is no financial issues there and very much backed by science, which for me is the most important part. So the product is innovative and proven. We know that, we tick that box. The business is the way that you want to make it is very dynamic, but it has a definite place in the market, especially in the market where we are at, working with people who are struggling with chronic conditions or not even with chronic conditions, any kind of aches and pains that are due to inflammation. And I'll touch on that very soon. And it's very, very easy to use and duplicate the system. So this is my jam. This is the part where I absolutely love. This is what I lecture at the university. This is why I teach my clients all the time. We are constantly either in a state of inflammation and degeneration or in a state of healing in regeneration. Inflammation, it's a good thing when you get a cut of your finger or when you hurt yourself and you need to heal. You probably know about that. So we need it. That's all good. So, but when this inflammation becomes chronic and it's constantly present, and it's constantly present there because there's things that don't really work in our body. Sometimes it's because, for example, we get into perimenopause and menopause and our hormones drop, and that imbalance leads to inflammation. Sometimes it's because we've taken an antibiotic and we've disrupted the balance of microbiome inside of our gut, and that leads to inflammation. Sometimes it's because of psychological trauma when you're under chronic stress, and that can then lead to IBS like symptoms and inflammation. So we are constantly surrounded by lifestyle that is causing us this chronic inflammation. And how this feels like, how this looks like, is that you wake up tired, you have that fatigue, you can develop digestive issues, hormonal imbalances, already touched on it, a lot of skin conditions. Arthritis is it's the inflammatory problem, so arthritis is inflammation. Fibromyalgia. I mentioned my own story with endometriosis, restless leg syndrome, diabetes or metabolic syndrome. Quite interestingly, dementia has now been labeled as a type 3 diabetes. So we're starting to understand that more and more conditions are directly linked to chronic inflammation. And that is really a big problem. There's so many ways that we can tackle it. The medical system usually gives you ibuprofen and says, right, that's it. Here you go for inflammation. But every pharmaceutical has side effects, which is not something that we want. We want to actually get better without feeling worse as a result of getting better, right? So this is where we are at the moment, and we want to get out of it. We want to get in the state of healing and regeneration rather than inflammation and degeneration. And one of the reasons and one of the massive components of our product is curcumin. And this is going all the way back to Ayurveda, to traditional ancient medicine, back to nature, which I absolutely love because I come from the country where we use, natural healing for pretty much everything, and I adore it. So the turmeric, the root of turmeric, is fabulous, and people use it in cuisine, and they use it for paste, and they use it for skin masks and stuff like that. It's anti-inflammatory. I have recently found a study that has also shown that it's anti-cancerous, that it helps with neurological conditions, that probably why our sciatica is a lot better because our nerves are better. And all of the other stuff. So it has a massive, massive reach on healing in general in our body. However, we've got problems with turmeric because in general, if we take the full root, we can only consume limited amount because the other things within the turmeric root could be a bit heavy on the body. So this is why the company has isolated the parts that give it this orange yellow color or golden color, and that part is the active component of turmeric, and it's called curcumin. And there's only about 5% of curcumin in the turmeric root. So the issue with all these turmerics and everything that people are wanting to work with is that, first of all, when you want to work with a powder, especially the powder of curcumin, it doesn't like to mix with water, and it doesn't like to get absorbed. It's very, very difficult for it to actually get absorbed. So even if you take turmeric shots in the morning, if you take it like that as a food or as a drink, it won't get absorbed into your cells. And this was the issue of this study. So this one's 2009 study that says that they have been having an issue with availability with the turmeric because it's not been absorbing into the cells, right? And also poor absorption, it's processed inside the cells really quickly, too quickly. It's not very stable, and also gets eliminated out of the body very quickly. So that's quite a pickle to be in if you're trying to do something for your own body, meaning that we would have to eat like heaps and heaps and heaps of turmeric or curcumin in order to achieve any sort of results. So if we wanted to actually be getting to where it's supposed to get, we would pretty much drown in it. So that is pretty much a big problem, right? So here we get a solution. And this is my favorite part of this natural supplement is the fact that they've taken this natural medicine remedy and applied modern science. And this modern science is called BioMS. BioMS is a nanotechnology, means that nano, it means really, really, really tiny. It's a technology that is smaller than our own cells. And as you can see here, this picture, the blue bubble with the orange core, that blue bubble, that is what is called mycelium, that is helping this ingredient in the core to be absorbed inside of our cells. It is a German technology, so the German laboratory is our partner, and it is patented. So no one else has access to this technology. So this is, you can check these patents here. It's all here stated. And what they've actually shown, that this patented technology has shown that the curcumin gets absorbed up to 277 times more efficiently in the body than if it was utilized as it normally is. So that is mind blowing, right? So that means that you need 277 times less of it to achieve the same effect, hence why it works in the drops, right? So the next slide, this one pretty much shows what is happening. So, when you're buying turmeric supplements and you see in some of them, there's turmeric capsules where there's turmeric powder inside of a vegetable capsule. This is what you get in. You get in lovely turmeric powder. There's nothing wrong with it, but the absorption of it is quite low. That's the issue that those scientists have shown. And they're like, well, we just can't possibly absorb as much of it in order to have all these anti-cancerous properties that we want for our patients. So then what they figure out is if they micronize it through some technology, then they get 9 times more absorption. So that's great, amazing, fabulous. We're really happy about that. But again, just 9 times more, it's not that much. And this is then when our bio-MS technology, the German patented technology, comes in, and they have shown that actually it's over 200 times more efficient in absorption. So in women, that's the clinical study that has shown the bioavailability of it, that it's over 200 times more. In men, it shows that it's over 100 times more. And I love the fact that they've done different studies in men and women, because we are different and we do things differently and we process things differently as well. So clearly this for women, it's a gold mine, pun intended. So there's so many results. Again, we're not allowed to claim that this product is healing people. But if you do join the group that I posted in the comments, the wellness group on Facebook, you will see that there are amazing, amazing results with skin. There's results with swelling as well. Arthritis, this is typical inflammation here, the swelling of the ankle. You'll know that from your own work. It's also wounds. This one was staphylococcal infection, and the person has been applying the golden drops also on the skin. So you can take them as a supplement in your mouth, but you can also make like a paste out of them and apply them on skins. Is great for skin conditions. And whatever condition you're interested in, just go into our wellness group on Facebook and try and search for it in the search group. Now, my favorite part about the supplement is that we can't make this up. And why can't we make this up? Is because we have applied it to our animals. It might sound funny to some people, but those of us who have pets and absolutely love our pets, we know that it's important that our pets are feeling well. And there are animals, and Jackie can then later share a story of a goat and her own dog and some cats and stuff. But animals don't have placebo effect. Like human beings, we are this phenomenon that when we try something, we can convince ourselves that it's working. So we do have placebo effect. Animals do not. And this supplement has been given to animals on many, many occasions. And there have been arthritic dogs that have started walking again. There have been horses that have started being better again, cats and goats, and so on and so on. So if it gives results on animals, then you can be assured that it's definitely not placebo effect, and it actually does work. And to be completely honest, in most cases, people feed their animals a lot better than they feed themselves. So how do you take these golden drops? Like we mentioned before, they are so potent that we really don't need a lot of them. So we can just take 10 drops, and that's about a third of a dropper. You can put it in a hot beverage. My favorite part is straight under my tongue. Under the tongue, we have something that's called sublingual absorption. It is absorption that goes straight into your bloodstream. So as I mentioned, it's nanotechnology, so the bits are so tiny that they will go straight into your bloodstream. So they will hit that a lot faster. You can also do it in veggie capsules. You can do it yourself. I tried to do it. It was a little bit messy. Didn't really like that. Or you can put it in any liquid that is about room temperature. I wouldn't do it in too hot beverage because I don't want to destroy all the goodness. But it does mix better when it's warm rather than cold. And if you feel like you're fine and you just want to maintain your general wellness, do about 10 drops a day. That's absolutely fine. If you have something that you're really struggling with, so in my example, it was the lower back discomfort and sciatica and my endometriosis, then you can take 10 drops twice a day. To be honest, I was even taking them 3 times. The kids can do like about 1 drop per the year of age. So, for example, a 10-year-old child can have 10 drops, an 8-year-old child, 8 drops. Again, dose as needed. You will see the result in kids so quickly. So my daughter, when she was ill, I actually gave her 10 drops twice a day as well, one in the morning, one before bed, and she was as good as new within that day. So the next day she was absolutely fine. And then you can also do a drop per 4 kilos for your pet. It's very simple. And yeah, that is the product. The product is fantastic. And we all here have testimonials. We've all tried it, so we know that it works. So let me then discuss just a little bit about the company so that you know who they are. Again, started in Mexico. The idea was all about, well, let's get this natural healing. That was my favorite part, is just natural healing. It's family owned as well, and they've got this really big vision. And the next vision is the vision for the UK, and this is why we're having this conversation here. They have officially opened already in Australia and New Zealand, so those companies have now official business with with this company Vidify. We are in pre-launch. So it's pre-launch in the UK, Canada, Philippines, and I'm also actually working on another country, which is very exciting. So there is so many opportunities for these golden drops to go and start helping people that really need the help. My favorite part of it, from all the supplements I've ever worked with, this one is the simplest and the most affordable for my clients, which is a massive part. Like I've worked with different supplements, I've worked with different companies, and of everything that I've ever worked with, this one is the one that my clients can actually really afford. It doesn't matter what their income, they can afford these drops. And that just aligns with my personal values so much, because I always feel like health must be accessible. Health is our right and not a luxury. So that is really important. Okay, so that aside, business. We want to talk business because we want to know how this business works. How can you actually earn? Well, there's quite a lot of different ways. Direct earnings are the ones that you get paid by sharing the product. So as I mentioned, you can become this wholesale customer, meaning that you get the baseline price. Because you get the baseline price, you can import a larger amount of the product, and then you can sell it at the full price forward to your customers. You can do it affiliate style, like I said. You could just get the profits like selling leggings, like people do. So you can be like an influencer or affiliate. Or you can also build a team. That is completely up to you. It is flexible. We are not asking for any minimum purchases. There's no deadlines nor anything. You do it as you want to do it. And personally, I was I was just this year, I was just a reseller, I would say, for well almost a year now, until I've decided now that I want to actually take this a lot more seriously and go into my own country and actually bring this product into my country. So I am actually working on something else at the moment, and I'm really excited about that. And there's also potentials because there's other bonuses and things depending on what you want to do with it. And that is it. The health and wellness industry, it is a big business. We know that. But we also know that those of us who are on this call, we want our clients genuinely feel better. We don't want to just earn money. We genuinely want to change this world. And this is why we are here. But these supplements, you know how many supplements are out there that don't work. That makes me so angry. There's so many that don't work. But this one, we do know that it works. And we have just such a massive potential to grow with it and genuinely help people. So, what are current global trends? What people are doing at the moment? If you're looking from the side of business owners and entrepreneurs, we need to understand how our clients and customers behave. People want to do online shopping. They are not bothered going into shops anymore. It's quite difficult now. They are buying from people that they trust. So it is important to do this trusted advertising. And that's why also people like companies are going for affiliate marketing and companies are going for UGC, which is user generated content, because people buy from people that they trust, right? And also, people are looking to get the diversified income. So, not just from one stream, because we've now learned that anytime anything can happen. And if you have all your, I would say, in one pot, all, I don't know, all your things in one place, that can be quite risky. So, you do want to have diversified income. There you go. And that is the plan, how it looks like. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on that, but as you kind of progress through this staircase, it's like when you're starting to work in McDonald's and you start as a employee and then you become like a manager of the place and then you can become regional manager and so on and so on. That's the same way here. So you can start here. That is what you become as soon as you get the entrepreneurship pack, in which you get your first product at the retail price. And then as you're building your business, you start getting more and more support, also in terms of extra bonuses. So you get extra 5% bonuses 2 lines down, and so on and so on and so on. So that is a conversation for another day, but just so that you know, it's a lovely opportunity for progression if you want to take that as a bigger business. But if not, what you can do is just join as an entrepreneur and then you get your products at the retail price, at the wholesale price, and you sell it forward at the retail price, and that is it. If within the first month of joining, you bring in also 3 other entrepreneurs, you get extra bonuses. So that it kind of comes up to quite a nice added bonus. So that is always good. The company is taking care of us. I love the fact that, there is basically what you want to do, that's what you do. And that is it. I have not included myself in any of this or this. I am doing my own thing, and the company fully supports me at that. And I am just completely converted with the drops. And all I want to do is share as many people that I can, and I want them to share with their clients because I know that it works, and I want to see the world rid of chronic conditions. So the system that we can use, I personally am not using that, but the team is using the system, and we can help you get on it if you would like. And then also the timing that we are at the moment, because we have not launched our country yet, the UK is still in pre-launch, we have an opportunity to qualify for global founders, which is just really, really fantastic thing and a status to have inside of this business. So there we go. This is what it is, the final kind of who are the wealthiest people. What we've looked at is that the wealthiest people on this planet are entrepreneurs. This is why we run our own businesses, because we know that when we are employees, well, we're not very wealthy, are we? So entrepreneurs, then investors. I do think that this is a lot riskier than being an entrepreneur. Athletes, and then artists. So the richest people in the world look for and build networks. So it's all about networking anyway. And that is it. We're looking for people who want to join us. We're looking for people who want to advocate for wellness and health, who want to spread the love for these golden drops, and also for people who want to build teams. Don't worry if that's not you, but if it is, we are very, very excited to welcome you on board. That is all for the presentation, and I will stop sharing and I will stop recording, and then you can ask all the questions now. All right.